What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And yes, we're doing the takeaways. The Lions have defeated the Giants today 31-26. Wasn't pretty, but it is a dub, so let's talk about it. Alright everybody, welcome into the video. We're going to be doing our takeaways, and as you guys know, I don't like to look at stats or anything that may persuade my mind in a different way than what I just saw. These are my initial reactions to the Lions versus the Giants game that just went down. And now my prediction going into this game was 31-24, and the final was 31-26. Now come on, y'all. Y'all gotta give me a little something for that, okay? Look, my predictions haven't been good. My predictions have been really bad this year, but that was a good one. That was really close. Okay, now some weird stuff happened to made it like that, but hey, it was still pretty close, okay? That was pretty good. First thing I would like to know, Matthew Stafford, he's a pretty good quarterback. He's all right, you know. I just watched, and they talked about a stat. Stafford threw for 3 touchdowns, 340+ yards. Come on, man. Come on, that's Matthew freaking Stafford right there. Now, he did throw that bonehead pick. I don't know what the heck that was to start the game. I was like, what? But good thing is our defense was ready to go, and they got a big play, and then we jumped out to a nice lead, right? We jumped out to a really good lead, a 14-0 lead, and we were feeling good. We were feeling really good. Now, all of a sudden, the Giants came back, made it 14-13. I was like, okay, this is not a good thing. They're coming back, right? But either way, we went to halftime, 17-13. We came out of half, scored a touchdown. Now, our defense has a lot of room for improvement. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's pretty obvious. Touching on the defense a little bit, one guy that finally got a big play that I was so happy for, Trey Flowers. Thank you, goodness. You finally made a big play for us. Okay, he basically had a strip sack. We weren't able to recover, but he had it. Okay, and finally, man, Trey Flowers finally made that big play. And then the very next play, he was in there again. The quarterback kind of just fell down on the sack, but still, it was a sack. I don't know if it was his sack. Either way, it was huge for the Lions. Okay, Trey Flowers needed that. That is why we paid him. We held him to this high responsibility, right? We give him high standards, I should say. We hold him to a high standard because of how much we paid him, and finally he made a play. Hopefully he can keep that going throughout the season, okay? Probably hasn't lived up to his contract yet, but that was huge. Otherwise, Matthew Stafford, like I said, had a good game other than that dumb decision. Running the football for us just wasn't there. Okay, I think Trey Carson started off the game really strong running the football, and then it just slowed down. I feel like we went into a mix of Paul Perkins, Ty Johnson, and we were just mixing all these running backs, and it just completely slowed down. Then we brought Carson back. It wasn't working. We weren't able to run the ball that much after Trey Carson was really stopped, right? After Trey Carson stopped running the football, it wasn't there. Danny Amendola, you were outstanding. Okay, Danny, you are probably one of our most consistent players, to be honest with you, on the entire team. Danny Amendola just does his thing, and there's no questions about it. There's no off day. There's no on day. He just does his thing. If he gets thrown to him, he's probably going to make a catch. Amendola had a huge day today. I don't know the numbers specifically. Had a huge day today. Kenny Golladay, way to have a big game once again. Marvin Jones was quiet, but that's how it is. When you have all these weapons, you know, you mix it in. Sometimes this guy's a big game. Sometimes this guy doesn't. That's just how it works, but either way, it's about getting the ball downfield. Hockenson had one nice grab. Don't think he did much other than that one, but it doesn't really matter, right? You got it to our other weapons, which matters. Running the football is definitely a problem. We still haven't really found an answer to running the football. And obviously, there's two things that it comes down to. Is it the offensive line or is it the running back? Because we can throw the football. We can throw the football. So I'm not going to say, look, it's that we can't pass the football because that's why we can't run. That's not the case. We can throw the football. That's mostly what it was. 340+ passing yards from Stafford. We can throw the football. The problem was that we can't run. And it either comes down to the offensive line or the running backs. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I do know that the Lions were inquiring about Kenyan Drake multiple times, and it would look like this game was really going to decide. It didn't matter how much they won by, but it's going to decide our Lions will be buyers or sellers. And they won the game, so I wouldn't be surprised in maybe today, sometime tonight, probably not tonight. I would say Monday or Tuesday, we make a move to go get a player. Don't be surprised because that is when the trade deadline is, so don't be surprised if the Lions make a move to go get a running back. I would love to see a defensive player help out with some pass rush, get a Von Miller, because we went through a lot of blitzing today. Matt Patricia had to mix it up. They were getting pretty much dominated defensively, and they couldn't stop it. We were playing one-on-one on the outside. Our cornerbacks were getting beat every time. We started to mix in the blitz, and it worked. Obviously, our coverage guys must be better. We were without Darius Slay, so that hurts. But we got beat pretty bad. Golden Tate did Golden Tate things. Saquon Barkley was Saquon Barkley, just like we expected. And I know it looks kind of bad, like, ooh, 26 points to the Giants. But I did predict, hey, that this was going to happen. And that's not, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I did think that this was going to happen. Our defense is not where it needs to be right now. And I think there are multiple ways to fix it. But I think the best way would honestly be just get a pure pass rusher. And getting a guy like Von Miller, I think, would just completely change the dynamic of this defense. If you're getting pressure like that, it helps out everybody on the defense. It helps out the run game. It helps out the pass game. It helps out everything on defense. So I won't talk about that too much because I'm really focused on the game, but I think that would be huge for this defense. Either way, Lions offense, they're clicking. Darrell Bevell, you are amazing. Okay, you mix in so many great things. You mix in so many different play calls. You trick play. You do the flea flicker. You're bringing the flea flicker back, my guy. And it's working. Matthew Stafford is having one of his best years ever. He is so comfortable in this offense. It's amazing to watch. The running game is definitely a problem. Ty Johnson had a tough drop. But he definitely looks like a weapon out of the backfield to catch the football. That's kind of what we use him as. So we'll see. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do with the running back position. But what I know is that it wasn't up to par today. Trey Carson, again, good start. But after that, kind of slowed down. And then on the defensive side of things, our linebackers are struggling. Jared Davis, man, way to get pressure. But you got to tackle the quarterback, okay? If you get back there, you got to tackle the quarterback. He got there so many times, man. You just got to bring him down. We need to continue to try to wrap up. These guys, like Matt Patricia said, they need to work on the fundamentals. That's an absolute fact. Okay, the fundamentals are kind of lacking when it comes to tackling. I mean, our safeties and corners are doing better at tackling than our linebackers, and that's never a good thing. That needs to be fixed. When it comes down to it, Matt Prater, you missed the field goal, you bounce back, you hit a field goal, okay? Yes, it wasn't pretty. Yes, it wasn't the best win. And yes, we probably should have blew the doors off the Giants. But when it comes down to it, we're 3-3-1, and we're still fighting. We're still alive in the playoff race. We're still well alive, okay? And I know you could simply say, okay, we can't play like this. We're not going to beat the next team. That is exactly true. But every game week to week is so much different, and you have to find a way to pull it out, especially at home. There's no reason we lost this game, and we found a way to win it. 3-3-1. We're still alive. I see a potential for a lot of good things here. I still believe that this team is a really good team. They just asked Matthew Stafford, are you guys a good team, an average team, or a bad team? He said, I'll let you know after the season. Well, after the season, hopefully we're holding up a trophy. I know it's very unrealistic, but I'm still hoping. Look, the Lions have to be better, and it's obvious. But at the same time, I'm not going to dwell on that too much because we did get the win. We just have to work on a few things, and I'm very curious to see if the Lions go make a move in the trade line, whether it's for a running back or a defense player. I would love to see Von Miller. We'll see. I'm going to be a little bit waiting to see if they do anything with that running back position. I'm curious to see if they maybe go get a Kenyon Drake, which it seems like that's the most likely option. I mean, obviously there's Melvin Gordon's, but I would say Kenyon Drake is probably the most likely option at this point. There were a lot of good things. Marvin Hall, again, deep. I can't say much bad about the offense. I mean, the O-line started a little bit. Stafford, you tripped over yourself a couple of times, but it is what it is. Defensively is where the problems are, and I can talk about that throughout the week, but right now I'm happy. We got the win. Wasn't beautiful, but it is a win. We're 3-3-1. We're still alive. We're still fighting for our playoff chances, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Y'all, 31-26, Lions get the dub. Overall, Giants side of things, Saquon, you did your thing. And, you know, Tate did his thing. Should we have really played a lot better? Yes. I think we were in positions where, hey, one-on-one, you got to win. Wide receivers won for the Giants. More often than not, they won. And that's really came down to defensively. So we'll see if the Lions make any moves. Those are my initial reactions. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you, for watching. Thank you, everybody, for stopping into the live stream. If you haven't, if you didn't, if you're here watching this, next time they come into the live stream, come watch us, okay? We have a really good time, and I think everybody enjoys it. Thank you, for watching, and I'm out.